Last year, Calgary Pride organizers made the decision not to allow Calgary police officers to march in the Pride Parade while wearing their uniforms. Not everyone agreed with the decision, which still stands for this year's celebrations. So some Calgary LGBTQ members have created an alternative Pride event where they say officers in uniform and people of all stripes are welcome. It's called Unity and in Reform, and this will be the second year the group is hosting the event. Danielle Smith from 770 CHQR joins us this morning to continue the conversation on this story. And so why was the original decision made to ban cops in uniforms, Danielle?
It seems like it's been pressure from Black Lives Matter, because the first time we heard of this was in Toronto, where they held up the Pride Parade until they could get some commitment from the organizers, one of them being that they would exclude officers in uniform from marching in Pride. And then they also had a couple of others focusing on how to provide space for some minority members of the LGBTQ community. So I think that ended up having an effect across the country, and the Calgary Pride group here also got pressured in a similar way and responded in the same way. I think it's unfortunate, but I think that there's something positive that's come out of it, is that Gregory John has started up Unity in Uniform. So this is the second year that they have been doing this, and they have an open event where they invite men and women in uniform, not only members of the community, but allies of the community, to come out and show support during this important weekend. So I'm going to be talking with him today about the reasons for why it is he started it, as well as the kind of support that it gets in town.
It looks like it's well attended. What kind of message does this event send?
I think unfortunately, the Pride organizers have missed an opportunity to be more inclusive. Like, I understand that the military had a history of not accepting members of the LGBTQ community. And I understand that the police, even recently, as the 1990s in Calgary, were enforcing legislation and criminal law against the gay community. So there's some hurt feelings over that. But to me, the fact that you've got the military and the police service that have come full circle and are so supportive and want to be a part of celebration with the community, that should have been something that the Pride organizers embraced, and they've chosen to reject it. And so I think that this allows for everybody from what's nice about where I think this movement is going is that it's pretty clear that across the political spectrum, across professions, across government agencies in the private sector, there is absolutely support for members of the community. And I think that that's a really positive message to be sending to young kids. Still really difficult to come out to families and communities. And the more groups that say, hey, we affirm who you are and we're standing with you, I think that that's just wonderful for the next generation. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, an important conversation to be having. Thank you, Danielle.
Yeah, you bet.